Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. It feels so good to say that, and I can't wait to tell everyone like what I've been up to recently. And I like put my Instagram on private so like no one can kind of like snoop. And oh my god, I'm so excited to tell everyone. So from now on, my YouTube channel will not be monetized. There won't be any ads, or if there is, like, they really shouldn't be, because I'm not going to get paid for any of these videos. I'm literally just doing it for the love of it, and whatever I want to say, whatever I want to do, if I want to just sit on camera one day and cry, I will. And you know what? People can judge me for all they want because I don't care anymore. I am such a stronger person than I was going back a year ago. And I think it's been a whole year now since I last, what? Some things don't change. So where do I begin? A huge announcement. I'm sober now. I don't drink alcohol anymore. What the hell? Who'd have thought, looking back a year ago, 2, 3 years ago, if someone had said to me, Corinne, you're going to be sober in the year 2025, I'd have just laughed at them and been like, oh my god, shut up, pass me another vodka. It's crazy how much energy. I really want to get into like everything right now and just kind of like tell you everything. I've got so much more energy. I have got so much more love for life, and it's all thanks to quitting alcohol. And I can't believe how much of an impact it had on my life. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I will go kind of through everything. There has been some highs, there has been some lows. I will just quickly brush over those because I don't want to get into this too much in this video. I will go into that in a separate video, but again, I don't want it to be like kind of like woe is me, pity party type thing, because I know people have a lot of things to say. Not that I really care about what people have to say anymore, but yeah, this video is not that. So what's happened recently in the past year? So Olivia is 5 now, Charlie is 9, Harry is 13. Oh my god, can you believe it? Like, can you guys believe when I very first started this YouTube video channel, sorry, and he was like 2.5 and we just got married. So that was like 2013. Yeah, I got married in 2013. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. It really has. One of the last videos you saw, our puppy died. That was awful. We had to have her put down. Again, I'm not going to get too much into that. I've privated a lot of those videos now. She was really sick. She was failing to thrive. I won't get into it. But I've had a lot of death in my family, and it's really been really hard. And going back, so in September, I will just quickly just tell you what happened. So in September 2024, my stepsister got diagnosed with cancer, and it was a massive shock to the family. She was like 37 years old. Like, that's nothing. Like, I'm now 34. I've just had my birthday, like 34. Oh my god. And it hit the family really hard. She didn't suffer for too long, and in January this year, the 18th, she passed away. I went to see her the day before she died, and it was awful. And I said, I love you, and she said, I love you. And that was the last thing we said to each other. She was too poorly to look at her phone. I did message her and say, I love you. I said to her as well, I took her to the bathroom and helped her wash her hands and everything. And I said, I'm really proud of you. And she went, thank you. But yeah, she was on a syringe driver, and it was all just, it was really horrible. After she passed away, I went down this massive depressive like decline, and I started drinking a lot more than I normally would. So normally I would go out every Wednesday for karaoke, and then I would drink loads of water before I left, and then I'd get home, I'd obviously have something to eat as well. I would then drink loads more water, put my like patches on. I've got these like patches that I got off Amazon, they're really good, to help with hangovers. And yeah, and it would help me with my hangover in the morning. I'd then go to drop off the kids at school, slightly hungover, and then I'd have a nap, and then I'd be up and fresh, whatever. So I kind of did that for quite a few years. And then I'd go out sort of maybe on a Friday or a Saturday. After my sister died, I was out whenever I wanted. A Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Wednesday. It was a lot. I would go out the Friday and the Saturday, and sometimes if I didn't go out the Friday, or sorry, if I didn't go out the Saturday, I'd go out on the Friday and then the Sunday. I spent so much on taxis. I spent so much on alcohol. I used to buy bottles and bottles and pre-drink at home, but pre-drink so much, thinking I'm not going to spend that much when I'm out, right? And then I would also spend a lot whilst I was out. Wednesdays weren't too bad because it was like 150 drinks, and that's how I kind of justified it. But I was not coping at all, and I didn't really post about it right away. I just kind of told a few friends. I didn't really want this whole thing on kind of like Facebook to be like, oh, and by the way, just to let everyone know on Facebook, I didn't really want to do that. I just kind of, it was really hard, and I used alcohol to cope, and that is not me saying it proudly. I used alcohol to cope. It's more of like this is what happened. This is how I saw myself coming out of it, and this is what I'm now doing to make things better. So we had the funeral an entire month later, but by then I'd already slowed down my drinking. So I was going out all the time. I was like, people would say to me like, oh, how are you? And I'm like, oh, you know, not great. Like, this has just happened. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, oh my God, like, how are you coping? And I'd literally be like, here's my vodka. Like, this is how I'm coping. And they'd be like, woohoo, let's get some shots in. And I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And then I'd wake up in the morning feeling like actual trash. And I just sort of carried on. It would go a day of an evening of drinking, and then a day of hangover, and then an evening of drinking, and then a day of hangover. Sometimes like that over the weekend. And I was still going to work. I threw myself straight back into work, but I would drink after work. I'd come home, I'd have like a couple of glasses. So the thing is, it's not kind of so much the amount sometimes that I was drinking in one go. It was kind of like the frequency that I was drinking. So sometimes I would come home from work and have, say, 2 singles or 1 double, which doesn't really sound like a lot. But then if you add it up over the week, I'm already over my like recommended limit, what have you. I don't even know why there's a recommended limit, because 0 should be the recommended limit, because it is so bad for you and it is a poison. Like, literally go on Google and type in, what's alcohol good for? Other than a social life, it's good for nothing. It's not good for your liver, it's not good for your kidneys, it's not good for your brain, it's not good for your body, your skin, everything. It's not good for it. So after like, I'd say maybe three weeks of really struggling with my sister's death, I came across a video. I watch a lot of YouTubers anyway. I came across like Russell Brand. He was doing like some sober thing, but then he was like, oh, I've turned to God and all this. And I was like, okay, well, that's not really me. I don't really resonate with that. And then I came across Jacqueline Hill, or Jacqueline Torrey now, as she is, as she's well known, she's got married. And I literally watched that video every single day since. The fact that she went sober is absolutely incredible. So I watched one of her videos of going sober and how it changed her life, and how much more energy she had, and how more she was just feeling so much better in herself. And some of the things that she would say would be like, on the weekends I would sleep in until like 12 o'clock, and I'd be like, yeah, like I would go out on a Saturday after work. So I've already finished work and it's 11 o'clock at night. Normal people would be going home to bed. No, someone would message me and be like, hey, you coming out? And I'd be like, yes, I am. and I would just go out. I would literally get home and have like 3 or 4 drinks just to catch up, take myself straight out and not get in until 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And it was such a bad way of life, but I did it for so many years. I worked out before my 33rd birthday, I worked out that I've been drinking for around 15 years on and off. Obviously not because I was breastfeeding and pregnant and things like that. I'd been drinking for 15 years and it had got to the point where I was just like, I don't know if I'm really enjoying this anymore. Like, I don't really know if I really want to be doing this anymore. I would look back at the days that I'd wasted in bed. And one of the turning points actually was, for some reason, I hadn't gone out on my Wednesday, and Matt had taken some time off work because it was the half term, and I was working on the Tuesday, and then I had the Wednesday, Thursday off. And on the Tuesday, I'd had a massive thing at work of like lemon blizzard, and it had like ice cream in it and squirty cream and lemon sauce and meringue and everything. And I'm really lactose intolerant, and it made me so poorly. I was like bedbound the next day. I couldn't. It's like I had flu. It was horrible. And so I didn't go out on that Wednesday. And Matt said, oh, why don't we do something on Thursday or Friday? Or, oh no, because you're working Friday, but why don't we do something on the Thursday? And I was like, why don't we? Why don't we? And I had so much energy. And we went to Longley, and it was one of the best days I've had with the kids in a very, very long time. And on the Sunday, we then went to Romsey Rapids and we were swimming, and I was like, this is what I want to be doing. I don't want to be laying in bed, having to drag myself up and go around these places, hungover. I want to be the one excited to book it. I want to be the one that really, you know, gets the kids excited and what have you. But obviously I was going through a grief, you know. But even before my sister died, I would still drink like that. At least twice a week I would binge drink. And sometimes I would black out. I would not remember how I got home. And that's dangerous. That's really, really dangerous. Like, it's only happened a couple of times, but it's still happened a couple of times. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm so proud of myself for making the conscious effort to completely cut out alcohol. So to begin with, what I decided to do was cut down, but still go out. So for example, I did a Wednesday. I drank maybe 1 drink before I left, a single. And then I had maybe 2 or 3 drinks after that, singles again. And then it was my friend's birthday, so I went out again for that. And I had, again, like 3-4 singles, which is like really unheard of. And then, what other day did we go out? There's another time I went out. And again, didn't get drunk. Enjoyed the night, but realised very quickly, without that alcohol, not everything is quite as funny as you thought it was. And not everyone is as fun as you thought they were. And it just really made me realise, like, I don't think I want to be doing this anymore. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you'd have told me that, you know, a few years ago, I'd have been like, what the hell? Like, why are you coming to this conclusion? Like, why are you so boring? And I have been told that, you know, like, oh my God, why are you so boring and all this? And I will go more into it in another video. But yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, I decided to go sober after like a really heavy night out. But in my heart, I still enjoyed drinking and I still enjoyed dancing and I still enjoyed everything. Whereas now I'm finding a lot more enjoyment in my home life and looking after myself and my skin and drinking more water. And I've even cut out energy drinks. Can you believe that? I've cut out Red Bull. I used to drink about 7 a day. I now drink these Rainstorm, which is like a natural, it says clean energy. And whenever like a company says that, I'm just a bit like, that's a bit scammy. But it's all like natural caffeine and things, from like plant extracts or something. But basically, it doesn't make me feel as drowsy or as tired. I don't get that like massive like come down from caffeine that I used to. So yeah, I've cut out alcohol and I've cut out caffeine out of my life, and it is so weird but so lovely. I've started taking more vitamins. I've now got, if I just grab my drawer here, and I've got my old lady medications here. So I've got Monday through Sunday, and I put all of my vitamins and things like that in there, including my antidepressant tablets, and I take them every day. And yeah, that's just what I do. That's my thing now. And I will go into it more in like a separate video, but I just want to say that I'm back and I cannot wait to be doing more videos for you guys. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to me for free, and I will see you in my next video. Bye ladies.